Welcome to St. Augustine this evening, the Mike Davis Show. It's Thursday, so that means it's the beginning of the weekend here on the 904 now. Oh, wait, we're the only ones working this week on the 904 now. So, other than Bollox, which will be on later, we've been carrying the load all week long. And you know what? We're happy to do that. We're glad Pete and Davey and Amanda, never mind, you're working. And Davey worked.
I'm always working.
Pete and Troy could enjoy the rest of the week off.
I worked.
Hey, I'm here today.
Suddenly, the Peanut Gallery chimes in.
And I have a new look.
Yes, we do. Let's look at the new look.
Very bright, very short.
Any comments on the new look are welcome. If they're funny, I'll use them on the show. But anything you guys want to fire up on young Troy. Young Troy, but not young Troy. Man, I sat in a meeting, looked over and went, who is that guy?
Yeah. You thought I was the guy with the other foundation.
I thought you were the guy we were
there
meeting.
for 3 minutes before he knew it was me.
Yeah, I didn't know who the heck he was. I mean, it's been a long time since my beard has been longer than Troy Blevins' beard.
That's been a long time.
A long time.
Yeah, I don't know if this time last year, your beard, because I shave it to go scuba diving.
I did not have a beard. I just grew mine in November.
Yeah.
It's the victory beard. I haven't shaved it yet.
Yeah. It's your playoff beard.
It's my playoff beard. We're in the playoffs and I'm doing good. All right, we got an amazing show. We're talking about all kinds of fun things today. There's all kinds of stuff that we need opinions on from Lenny and Blake because we need some balance during the week. Yes. You get all this conservative talk and we figured we'd give you guys a little bit of balance. And then we've got trivia. I've got 2 weeks worth of questions, so they better be good or I'll be upset with myself for not getting good questions over 2 weeks. There's some great stuff. And then there's some stuff we're going to talk about before we get to trivia that, well, only Barbara Jean would be happy about. So I'll let it go there.
Are we going to talk about Tuesday nights?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I want Blake's opinion because I know he's the only one that watched it, rewatched it, took notes on it, and then watched it to compare his notes to it. So Blake's the only one who's expertly watched that.
Like I rewatched it.
I watched it once.
Okay.
So Blake and I watched it together.
I have questions for both of you.
Yeah.
But let me make some money so I can pay Amanda.
Money's good.
And Davey and Clay and all the other people who we support on this show.
And since you gave me my pay raise for coming in here,
yes, that's it.
They give a crap?
That's it. Solomon Services is a place from premier place for personal training.
Easy for you to say.
St. Augustine. Easy for everyone else in here to say, but me. They've got a state-of-the-art gym with indoor and outdoor turf centers. All their coaches are certified through the National Strength and Conditioning Association. You want to get in better shape. You want to get stronger, faster, quicker. You want to recover from an injury. You just want to lose some weight and feel better. Go see Solomon Services. Give them a call, 904-461-9945.
You good?
I'm good. I think I'm good. I blew that. I walked all over that. So please help me out.
That didn't sound right, so I didn't know when to switch the camera.
Just help me out, please.
The team at South State Bank is a group of bankers you can count on. Their approach to building long-term relationships with their customers is the best in the business. If you're looking for a banking relationship you can depend on, check out South State Bank. They've got 3 locations to serve you in St. Augustine, State Road 312, State Road 16, or the beach. You can also visit them on their website, southstatebank.com. They are a member FDIC. Solar Stick, they were established in 2006. Solar Stick is a local portable power company proudly committed to American manufacturing, constant innovation, and creating jobs right here in St. Augustine, Florida. Solar Stick's focus on providing solutions for self-sufficiency helps users all over the world complete missions and save lives. Solar Stick, changing lives, saving lives, and reviving American manufacturing.
All right, let's see if we can get this right going into the weekend. Land Title of America. Whether you realize it or not, when you refinance the sale or purchase of a home, there's a title company involved. Don't get stuck with some out-of-town title company who doesn't give a crap when you're faced with challenges. Stay local and choose Land Title of America. Just call or text Stephen Collins, 904-501-4481. He specializes in all types of real estate transactions. Land Title, your local title company, ensuring America's land one title at a time because
they give a crap.
Yay, everyone's happy.
Took a week off. You guys have been practicing. Well done, Amanda.
Yeah, that's great.
I can tell that they were practicing. That was awesome. All right. Also, we have the Bozard Ford Community Update.
Yes.
A very important event is happening this weekend. It's the last time we will be announcing it.
Emma Concerts, Swan Lake by Dance Alive Nation. That is Saturday, March 8th at 7:30 p.m. Lewis Auditorium, Flagler College, 14 Granada Street is where you're going to watch it. $40 for adult tickets, $5 for students and children. Emma Concerts is supports the arts and supports students. So you support them. Go out to Swan Lake this weekend.
It's an absolutely wonderful event.
It's a fantastic
Go
event.
see it.
Yeah.
Emma Concerts does an amazing job here in St. Augustine, putting on performances and helping youths in our community.
Absolutely.
You used to be a Ute. Now you're a young man.
Mhm.
You're out of the Ute schedule.
I know.
I know.
It really is unfortunate.
That's all right. I'm almost in the elderly schedule. I'm almost as old looking as your dad.
Geriatric.
But and I realized something at Blake's age and Ty's age. That's about the same age that you and I met.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, a couple of years earlier for Blake, about the same age. We were probably 20. I was probably 22. You were probably 23,
Mm-hmm.
21, 22, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So that was at his age. Wake up, Blake. He's yawning over there.
Well, you are kind of boring. I was going to fall asleep too.
He didn't know-
Like, I'm with you, brother. I'm 100%. Yeah.
He didn't know it was his dad.
He just thought it was some old guy he could ignore.
The thumbnail's going to be fire tonight, guys. It's going to be fire tonight.
His dad looks a lot older.
Oh, man.
This is one of the few times I do look younger than you.
Yeah.
So,
It's true.
Like
I know. I know.
Really?
People are like, are you shaving that? I'm like, no, no.
Oh yeah, Blake's rent just went up.
What
You
the-
can hear
hey.
inflation right
Blake,
now.
you haven't got paid this week. You should
That's
watch
the
it.
sound of inflation. Amanda's laughter is the sound of inflation in the Blevins house. No, absolutely amazing. So Tuesday night was the State of the Union. We talked about it on.
Wait, hold on. Is it officially at the State of the Union or?
No.
or
It was joint Congress
Right.
session. Who knows? State of the Union.
It's the State of the Union.
Right.
Yeah, you
They
can
just,
do
don't,
whatever.
they just don't call it that the first speech after the election.
Yes.
the,
In your
the,
case, I think it was titled on the Democratic side "Misery," but if you, that's I think pretty much.
And apparently they kept hitting that poor guy from Texas on the foot with the axe.
Yes.
Representative Green.
It did not. Well, that poor guy.
He was the one wielding the stick.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was wondering. When I was listening, he was
Just
screaming,
say it
he
was
had a
him.
weapon.
He legit had a weapon.
He had a cane.
Yeah. That he never used.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to
just
watch
swung
him
it
walk
around.
out.
He
Props.
could.
never
It's a
used
prop.
it.
If he'd gotten
Yeah.
close enough to Trump, I think he would have used it.
Yeah.
Did he walk out, or was he carried by the elbows by the very large men who came down to say
He definitely
"It's time to
walked
leave"?
out.
He definitely walked out.
He walked out. He walked
definitely
out.
walked out.
Yeah.
They weren't going to
he
grab
walked
him.
out.
But you know, it's kind of interesting because you had the one representative years ago on the Republican side that yelled at Obama, "You lied,"
Right.
and he catches all of this grief. He wasn't thrown out. I mean, he said that, and then he stopped talking. Green was not having it. He wanted to be
Right.
kicked out. He
Yeah.
wanted the
That was
distinction
his-
of being kicked out.
He wanted that camera on him at
Yes.
that moment,
Yeah.
and I'll make this statement early on because I'm sitting right next to Lenny, so he has plenty of time to elbow me. After watching that, I was disgusted by some of the stuff Trump said, but the behavior of the Democrats in that house and in that room
Mhm.
was disgusting to me. They didn't even stand up for the little kid with cancer.
Wait a minute, Lenny. Can you defend the indefensible by not standing up for the little kid?
I mean, it was childish. The only one who did it, I think it was Amy Klobuchar.
Mhm.
Yeah, there was a handful.
She, for those things. How do you not stand for a kid for cancer, or the border patrol guy that saved his partner? I mean, these should be
Or the little
nonpartisan.
These are
The
true
little girl who
heroes.
died and had the animal
Oh, the
refuge
of,
renamed for
off
her.
of Texas, yeah, absolutely, that was it. And the widow of the cop that got shot from Long Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those should be completely nonpartisan events.
Yeah.
If you're a human, those things should resonate. But you know what? And I'm not going to say the Democrats are the only childish people in Congress right now, because all of them are acting like 4-year-olds.
Yeah.
It depends on who's got the moral high ground, and right now I don't think any of them really do. Because now they want to censure everybody. Then they started singing "We Shall Overcome" when they were censuring him on the floor today. Stop. Go do your jobs. Legislate. Try to create something positive for the country. This is just, again, it's more reality TV, and we don't need that.
And there was a couple of Republicans that were taunting the Democrats. I mean, literally taunting the Democrats. You could see them.
Yeah, it was the guy with the orange hair, wasn't it?
That was
Isn't that where the
ridiculous.
taunting started?
Not that guy. There was another
okay,
guy,
all right.
another redhead in the crowd.
Okay.
But he
Stop
was
ginger hate.
he was
They have no souls. Who cares?
but he was basically just pointing to the Democrats every time Trump said something. It's like, all right,
Yeah,
come
yeah,
on,
that's-
be Be human.
And but then also Marjorie Taylor Greene just showing off with what was it? What the Trump was right about everything had. So it's
Right.
like
So let's. It was almost as though it was the beginning of the Canadian U.S. hockey game. Except
gloves.
I don't think the Democrats can stand a chance in a hockey fight
No.
against the Republicans right now. They're too old, right? I mean, the only advantage they have is they'll be on their wheelchairs on the ice, and the Republicans will be on skates. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
only advantage they have.
Well,
in
if
that
they
fight.
keep acting like that, they're going to be outnumbered even more. They're already outnumbered.
Yes.
But if they keep acting the way they acted,
Right.
they're going to be outnumbered more because they're not there to help our country. And we need to get tariffs because I think people are what Democrats are saying about the tariffs is such lies that it's not.
What are
even,
they saying?
Mr.
No, they-
Economics, please tell us what the lies are.
Well, the thing is,
Wait a minute, you do have an economics degree from Stanford and Harvard, right?
yeah.
Okay, all right, just checking.
Actually,
He
I
was
have,
second.
I have a doctorate from Google.
He was running for Treasury Secretary.
From Google. But I mean, what I'm saying, and Blake will vouch for this, it's like as long as they do it equal to the tariffs that are put upon us, I'm completely okay with it.
Right.
I don't want to be, tariff somebody that's not tariffing us. But everything that he put in place,
So a tariff for a tariff, just like an eye
Tariff-
for an eye.
tariff for
Okay,
a
just want to make sure I got the biblical reference
And
down.
biblical, right?
It's very rare when he does biblical, so I wanted to make sure I got it.
actually, I knew it more than I realized. but it's a tariff for a tariff, and I said it right before Trump said it's reciprocal. The tariffs, and they're making it sound like it's brand new and Canada's always played fair. You know what? You guys might want to look at Canada and how crappy their economy is, and look at the tariffs they put on us that are so ridiculous.
We have questions about that coming up during
Okay,
trivia.
all right,
So
I'm
don't-
gonna stop
if you
talking.
know the answers, you
Don't
should
Google
shut
it
up
yet.
now.
Don't Google it yet.
Yeah, keep Blake away from his phone over there.
And I'm going to stop talking because
you might know something.
You want to get a point.
some of those are ridiculous. Honda announced that they are moving their warehouse that they were going to put in Mexico to the United States. It's not getting here until 28, but it is being moved here.
Yeah.
So there's some positive things that are coming along with that, and they're still bitching about Elon Musk, and all he did was fine.
$12.
Wait,
$12.
$12. Come on,
Billions.
Lenny.
It's
No.
billions.
Come on,
Yeah.
Lenny. Come on, Lenny.
Well, then
No,
let him
no,
get his
it-
transparency and his numbers correct, and I won't have a problem.
Lenny, I'll let you go to the
might wanna-
Democrat consultants, run that as an ad before midterms, that he only found $12 and see how it works out for you guys.
Yeah, Lenny, that is exactly why the Democratic Party statements like that is why they're failing and we're going to lose balance. Because you make statements like that and then they say, "Oh, he's not paying his taxes." That is the biggest bunch of bullshit. And they say Trump's not paying taxes. If those people that are sitting there holding those signs, "Pay your taxes," were paying anywhere close to his number, our country
Whose
would
number?
own Trump's or Elon's, either one of them. They were probably the two richest guys in the room.
Yeah.
And the Republicans are like, "Pay your tax."
Democrats.
The Democrats were like, "Pay your taxes."
No, I understand that. And I give Donald Trump a lot of credit because in his first term, when they started asking for his tax returns, the man said, "Look, I'm following the law. I'm not paying taxes because I don't have to because of the way the law is written. Change the law and I'll abide by that." So you can't argue with that. And I appreciate the fact that he's upfront about that. But I don't know how much tax Elon Musk is paying.
A lot.
a lot.
Okay.
A lot.
It's more than most countries.
He's the single largest taxpayer in the country.
Yeah.
It was reported last tax
And
season.
here's the other thing. They're making it sound like Democrats are making it sound like income tax runs our world.
It doesn't.
No, it's ad valorem. It's property taxes. It's
Sales
sales
tax.
tax.
It's gas
no,
tax, which you're paying a boatload of.
Well, I can tell you on the individual local level, it's ad valorem.
Yes.
It's not sales tax.
Which might be
Sales
going away if Ron DeSantis has his way.
and that's ridiculous. Also,
I'm all for it.
Yeah, I mean, I benefit from it, but it does hurt. It hurts us.
It would
in
be
more ways.
interesting to see what they would use to replace the tax.
Now, hold on. Now, Lenny. Are you saying Elon Musk himself has paid no tax, or is Elon's companies paying no tax?
I can't speak to either of them.
Yeah.
Neither. They're both paying taxes. Now, there may not, Musk's companies may not be paying as much income tax because they may have write-offs, they may have depreciation. There's a lot of things that go into that. And if you build $1 billion facility and you get to write that off over 40 years, that's a huge tax write-off, right? It is. That's the way the tax code's written.
Does he take a loss every time a rocket explodes? I mean, that's a serious question.
I don't know the answer to that because I don't know what the tax implications are of that. But I'm just saying, if you build a $1 billion facility, divide that by 40, he gets that much off of his taxes every single year in depreciation. So that's the way the tax code's written.
Oh, no, I agree. I mean, when Trump said that, how could you argue with the man said I'm following the tax codes?
No, you made him. You've had him in place for years. You've done it. First, look, he's only the second president, really third if you count his first term, that hasn't taken a salary. He's taken no salary. Elon Musk isn't getting paid to do Doge.
Right.
He's doing it for free. So he isn't getting paid to do Doge.
You think his time is more valuable up there than sticking with his business?
I think he's going to make billions off of his association with the government and this administration.
Not if they quit spending
like
money.
he hasn't
He's
already.
already the richest man in the world.
Like he already hasn't already gotten like he hasn't already gotten government funding already. Yeah, there might be a little bit
They
more,
just opened
you know.
up Skynet to him now instead of doing broadband on cable.
Starlink has done more to connect unaffected areas than anybody else.
That's fine. Is he doing it?
Broadband is like putting money in DC power.
All right.
No argument, but outside of Ukraine, is he doing it for free?
Do you want the government to? Do you want
He's doing it in affected areas by disasters. He's doing it for free.
He gave
What about the rest of the country that's opened
North
up?
Carolina and Tennessee Starlink for free after the storms.
Perpetuity? Or until they get back to
I'm sure it's
Until the
something.
infrastructure was repaired. He
Okay.
gave it to them so they could reconnect with their family members and emergency services.
So hang on.
It's like
So
the first
Joe
week is free.
Biden was going to connect rural America with the internet. Do you know how many houses they hooked up in the 4 years?
They put buses in parking lots of McDonald's so the kids could do their homework.
Zero.
Yeah,
None.
no, I agree.
No houses. He's going, I'll put Starlink out there and I'll hook up all of rural America. He solved a problem that government bureaucrats have been trying to figure out for 8, 10, 12 years and have failed miserably at it. And he did it in no time by saying, I'll put this out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hats off to him.
Here's my question. And,
Yes.
and you guys know I voted for the third party.
This time.
The third party because I would have been in trouble if
You
if
and
we,
17 other people in St. Johns County.
I would have been in trouble if we were a swing state because I really would have been conflicted. I knew we weren't, so I just said. Pff. But I can tell you, the Democrat Party is really just shooting themselves in the foot in so many different ways. Who was Bezos? Wasn't he a Democrat?
He was.
They all were.
They all were.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Where's he at now?
he's leaning Republican. He's more
He
conservative.
was at the inauguration.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. That kind of says a lot on where our country is at. I mean, you got to look. You got to
money.
No, I don't think it was.
I
The
tell you
rock
this,
star
you don't become a
appointments were
billionaire.
all Democrats.
You don't become a billionaire by being an absolute numbskull. Bezos is not a numbskull. Elon Musk is not a numbskull. And these guys are right there looking over his shoulder. Now, I can't stand the man's attitude. His attitude blows as a human being.
Which one?
Bezos.
No, as Trump's.
No.
But the guys he's got standing behind him, I believe, are guys that are trying to do what's right for the country because they don't have to put. It doesn't benefit them to be up there. You don't think Elon Musk is getting death threats because he's up there?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah, he is getting.
Why would he do that unless he's trying to help the country?
Yeah, but
So-
but
It
but,
also
but,
increases the risk of his children as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's having
Yeah.
to
All right, here-
put security
Blake
on
would
for
like
his
to make a
children.
point.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but my big thing is about like like Musk, Bezos, Zuckerberg, the CEO of Google, the CEO of TikTok USA, all look like all behind Trump at the inauguration. Like my main concern is Trump might be more influenced by those policy by those billionaires than let's say the 330 million Americans that currently live in the country that may live in like Montana, like Nebraska, or like places that are not based in like technology, money, or like they're based in like agriculture, like will Trump listen to them as well?
And that's a good point because he does see them as equals. And I think a lot of the people that he's hired, and because he's hired them, he has that king mentality. and he doesn't have this as a team effort mentality, even though he has a lot of smart people on there, if they say something that he doesn't agree with, he's going to just step on their head. I mean, sorry, little Marco, you're going to get your throat stepped on.
So here's the thing that I think happened over the 4 Biden years, right? You had a lot of these tech guys that were solidly behind the Democrats. You had COVID. You had all these other social issues that bled all over their social media platforms and different things. The Biden administration, I think, was calling them up and telling them, you have to do this. You have to suppress this and you have to support this. And I think it scared those guys. I think they got enough calls that they said, you know what? If this continues on and we don't do what they say, they're going to take our companies away from us. They watched what the Delaware court did to Elon Musk's pay package. So a court in Delaware where Tesla said, even though the shareholders voted for it overwhelmingly to give him a bonus, that court denied him that bonus. I think that sent shockwaves through these billionaires, and they went, if the government can take it away from him, they can take it away from us, and we better start reevaluating where freedom is. And I think that's why they're all in Trump's camp, is because Biden's administration, not Biden, because he wasn't running anything, but the people running Biden's administration scared the hell out of him.
Not just that though, the lawfare against Trump with the real estate deal, and there was no complainant. The bank said that they would have given him the loan regardless of any evaluation.
Absolutely.
But they took him to court. I think that got a lot of billionaires in his pocket as well, or on his side at least.
Now, like all these like changes with like the Meta board of directors where they added like Dana White and Meta changed the rules on free speech. Didn't that come after Trump was elected? And then because Trump was saying like in private that he wanted to arrest Zuckerberg
during COVID, once Biden took over, there was tremendous pressure on the social media companies to toe the line and do what the government told them to do about the vaccines, about anybody speaking out about the vaccines. And I think if you're somebody who owns that company and you think, well, I can monitor this myself, and all of a sudden the government comes in and says, this is what you must do or else, I think it scared those guys. I think it showed them I don't have as much control over my billion-dollar company that I built that the government can come in and
away the
push me out.
stability.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, that would be like you have a loan with the bank, and every single day they change the rate on you.
Yeah.
You can't do business like that.
No.
And that's kind of where it has to have stability to it. And, you know, I'm a believer in the American people, no matter like when the recession was happening during that 43 guy that I should be named later. When that recession was happening, I believed in the American people being able to pull it out, the business people being able to pull it out and stabilizing at the end. I'm not going to give it all to Obama, but I mean, at the end, Bush finally said, "Oh, okay, I kind of screwed this up," and started kind of getting away from the Enron loophole and he eliminated that at the end of his. Like, I think he had a year and a half left.
What screwed that up was real estate speculation. The government was involved in it. They were forcing banks to make loans to people who couldn't pay loans back. And you had all these derivatives that nobody was paying attention to. So
the first banking real estate crash, there was a guy who had a last name. Oh, that's right. That was a Bush too.
Yeah.
That was a Bush also. So, I mean, he kind of, you know,
right.
Both sides do what they're doing here. But Bush at the end kind of saved a little bit in the last year, which led into Obama, who actually stabilized a little bit of things.
So let's switch gears. There's three strategies. What's that?
Do you want to fact check first?
Yes, go ahead.
CNN reported that Elon Musk did pay $11 billion in federal income tax in 2020.
It's not enough. It's not
2022.
enough. Like, say it, so I'll feel better.
$11 billion.
$11 billion.
Right.
And he didn't miss a meal. Good for him.
Or a pregnancy.
I'd like to see
was it this one here?
It does, yes. That one does say that Tesla, the company, pays zero. That's not what we were talking about. We were talking about Elon Musk being the single largest taxpayer.
I guarantee you
Creates
some of Nancy
$11
Pelosi's
billion.
companies have paid zero taxes as well. If anybody wants to bet me on that, I'm more than happy to.
I'm pretty sure he's about $10,999,000,000 ahead of the ones that didn't stand up for the kid with cancer.
Yeah. All right. So there's three plans out here for Democrats to get back in control. Right? There's things that they think are winning issues. So I need you guys' opinions on this. Will these help Democrats? So today I watched a liberal woman on TikTok, and her
Did she have pink hair?
her way. No, she didn't. She did not. She said we need to protest the Trump administration. And there's a simple way to protest the Trump administration. All we have to do is put our face masks back on. They can't see our face, and they'll know we don't like Trump. Winning strategy or not, Blake Blevins? You shouldn't have to think about that.
Right, that was kind of rhetorical.
Yeah.
All right.
How much did you love wearing your mask? You're a Democrat. Do you want to put your
Plus,
mask
they're
back on?
making it illegal in a lot of municipalities. Wearing a mask is grounds for arrest. Because they can't identify
It
you.
was before COVID
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
I
walked into a lot of banks during that said no sunglasses, no masks, right? And I walk in with a mask and the sunglasses. Like, oh, we're so glad you're here. The sign on the door says not to come in with a mask.
No shirt, no shoes, no service.
If they're actually if they're using a medical mask that actually and that's actually required, I'm fine with that. But to wear a mask that's to a protest, no.
No, she was doing it as a protest.
just-
Don't do it as a protest.
I'm sorry. And the other thing, and are we going to get to the Ukraine stuff? Because I do want to talk about that.
Yeah. Let me throw one other. So the Wisconsin Democratic Governor Tony Evers a few weeks ago wanted to put into state law that we're going to replace the term mother with inseminated person.
Oh,
F that, whoever that is.
Jesus.
I don't even know who that is.
just
F you,
no,
dude.
no.
That's one of the Democratic ideas to
Where are
get
they
back
from?
into
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. It's a swing state. Just saying.
It's all
Yeah,
that
but it swung
alcohol.
that way
Maybe
now.
I was going to say he needs another drink.
And in Mississippi, State Senator Branford Blackman wants to propose a law to make it unlawful for a person to discharge genetic material without the intent to fertilize an embryo. It's called the Contraception Begins at Erection Act.
So stupid.
Is that a Democrat or a
It's
Republican?
a Democrat.
That's
It's a
That
Democrat.
sounds like a Republican
It's a
thing.
Democrat.
I'm sorry. That one sounds like more like a Republican.
No, aren't those laws made proposed to as like a cell protest to abortion rights, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah, because those laws target women. So why not have a bill targeting men?
It's a very poorly thought out one.
It's
Yes.
very dumb.
I mean, because if you put on the other side, as Amanda and I were talking one day, I think after the show. So does that mean that every woman that doesn't conceive during her cycle has done the same thing?
It's very dumb.
I mean, it's an incredibly stupid law by somebody looking for some attention. You got the wrong one.
Yeah.
All right. Ukraine, you wanted to talk about the negotiating tactics with Ukraine.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why J.D. Vance was in the room. It was a president-to-president conversation. It was very staged, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All the diplomats were there too.
And
Rubio was in the room.
And Musk.
Rubio
Sneaking
and
into
the
the couch.
Ukrainian
I
diplomats
thought,
were in the room.
I
as well.
thought, but on air. On air with
There are pictures of their reactions.
Okay, I'm going to
yeah.
finish my thought.
Go ahead.
Okay, so, but I can tell you, JD and Trump already had this staged.
Yep.
It was staged, and I understand the tactic of getting the mineral rights and doing those things. And first off, Zelensky wear a damn tie to the Oval Office.
He did when he met with Biden.
I don't care about that, but
He
when
did when he met with Biden.
I looked at him, I don't wear a tie anywhere. I go to the Oval Office, I'll have a tie on.
I heard Fetterman said, "Man, is he underdressed?"
Yeah. But first off, don't start the conversation with that. The other thing, the way Trump, J.D. Vance attacked, Trump should have led that attack, not J.D. Vance. To me, it looked like they were ganging up. Trump came in and closed the door on it. But Zelensky also tried to sympathize to the American people, and is working on some of them. But, you know, if you see the protest at the fort, and you see the protest at Palm Coast and all those, you know, there's people out there holding those flags. And my question for those people, do you love the Ukraine more than you love the United States? Because what we're sending over there and what we're getting in return is zip. The deal that's in place, at least we're getting mineral rights. Now that we have the mineral rights, we have the right to protect
The mineral rights.
the mineral rights.
Which are next to Russia.
Yes. So if you can't see the forest because of the trees, and all you want to do is hold up the Ukraine sign, are you in the right country? Because I have a problem. I want to support the Ukraine, but I think that what he did in getting those mineral rights makes everyone go, all right, we're protecting our own.
There was a deal on the table months into the war with Russia. The deal was no NATO for Ukraine, right? And the deal was the war would stop. Tony Blinken, no, they sent the old Prime Minister of Great Britain, Boris Johnson, went over and told Zelensky to tear the deal up. It was done. It was a done deal. The war was going to be over. Boris Johnson goes over and tells him to tear the deal up. The war has gone on for 3 more years because of that. There was an opportunity early on to stop it. There was an opportunity for it never to happen. So whenever the Warsaw Pact fell, we told the Soviets we'd not move NATO closer to you. We've moved NATO all the way to their doorstep. If I'm the Russians, I'd feel mad about it as well. And the Russians, like, the only warm water port they have is in the Crimea. And they're like, and the Donbass region is mostly Russian people. It's a mixed area, but it's mostly Russian. So am I defending anything that Putin did? And I think he's a horrible, rotten person, right? No way you'll ever get. But he's the leader of Russia, and you can't change that overnight.
And here's my other thought, and this is sticking up for the Democrat side this time. Trump was there when all this started. He had 4 years of where he was involved in this. It started in like 14 or 15.
Crimea was 14.
You know, but it started then. J.D. Vance wasn't. So that's why I'm saying, sitting in that room, it was 2-on-1 in the little presser that they did. J.D. Vance wasn't there. Zelensky has some saying, okay, you had 4 years.
If Zelensky wanted to say something, he should have said in the meeting before. He waited to say it in that meeting. He put Trump and J.D. Vance in a position where you either respond back to me defending America or you cave to what the Ukrainian demands are. And they weren't going to do that. And so he created the no-win situation for himself. Trump and J.D. finished it off.
I don't think that's true at all. I think J.D. and Trump staged that more for their side.
They had the deal. Why would you not want the deal done?
The division, but why do you have, the deal's done, why do you have to attack another world leader like that?
They didn't attack him. He started the attack.
No, he did not. He made a very casual comment that J.D. Vance went to because he knew he had his big bulldog sitting beside him. And that's how that really played out.
I disagree with that assessment.
But did you watch the 45-minute?
Yeah, okay. I did. I agree with the deal. I don't agree with the action, and I don't agree with. I don't think J.D. Vance should have been there in the first place. Trump saying that to Zelensky is one thing, and J.D. Vance saying it is another.
Thank God we finally had a vice president that got to do something.
Yeah.
But with that vice president, we don't even know who they are. They didn't do anything.
It's really looked like, you know, he looked over like, oh, okay, you got my back. Okay, I'm going to go after him now. And that's kind of the way it took. Okay. I took it. I mean, he's smarter and better than that.
Okay. First of all, they needed a trigger warning because don't forget, for the last 3 years, this guy's been traveling around the world and he's in the middle of a war. And he probably twitches every time something goes, a car backfires. So the man's in constant state of heightened awareness because he's living in a war zone. Second of all, I don't care that he didn't wear a tie, and apparently you don't have a problem with Elon Musk having a kid on his shoulder in the Oval Office.
I thought that was really cool.
That's just ridiculous.
Kennedy's kid was crawling
under
all
the
over.
table. I understand.
Okay, so that's when you talk about a kid, then
it's a kid.
It's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
But Elon Musk is not a kid.
You're asking for billions of dollars from the United States. Wear a tie.
Okay.
Wear a tie.
I will give Trump again credit when he was there. He said, if I was in charge when we were fighting over in Desert Storm and Shield, I would have taken our tankers, pulled them up, and started taking the oil in exchange for all the money we're sending over there to keep those guys. No problem with that, and they're trying the same thing here. But if I was Zelensky, when I walked out of that office, the first call I would have made would be to Starmer and Macron and say, how do you guys feel about rare earth metals? I got a deal written up, and why don't you take this deal?
They can't afford it.
They already have the deal.
Yeah.
They already have a deal
The
to
French
be paid
and
back.
English?
The French and the Germans already have a deal. The
Nice.
Europeans have a deal to get paid back. The only country that didn't have a deal to get paid back was the country that spent the most money over there. That's us. We were the suckers in
And you
that.
add
We
up-
didn't get the deal.
You add up all the other countries, and there's still
Okay.
like
We're coming back to
10%.
bad math again because Donald Trump throws out $350 billion.
There's an
and it's
estimate between 190 and
150,
350
right?
billion.
And Europe's 145 billion. We're 180 billion. So let's
We
let's
had no
change
deal
change.
for anything other than to send weapons
Okay.
and send money.
Right.
Bad deal.
Agreed.
Bad deal.
Right.
The Europeans were smart.
I would have been sucking the oil out of the Middle East as soon as we went over there. I said, and we'll take the oil in exchange. Why not?
Lenny's over here with a garden hose and a siphon suck.
That's right. I'm with you, because you got to get something. But I would have offered those rare earth metals to anybody. I would have made that same deal if I was France or England.
And he
why
did
not?
go over to meet with them, and they were like, "We totally stand by you, but you should maybe call Trump back."
Right. Exactly.
Oh, yeah. And they're like, you're the man on public. And they're like, what the hell did you just do?
And
We
because-
can't afford to pay for this.
And because it's a hot war over there now, the problem with NATO, them joining NATO, is that would trigger Article 5 immediately, and we'd have to be in there. So
let
you're
me,
not
let
gonna
me
do
just
that.
ask you, do you think Americans should be fighting in Ukraine against Russia?
No.
No.
Okay. Then we should stop this war before that happens.
Yes.
So I don't care how Trump stops it, stop the war. I don't want to see our
Well, he
guys fighting.
shouldn't be giving the entire Ukraine to Russia.
I don't think he's going to.
Okay.
I don't believe in any way, shape, or form that's part of the plan.
You
I
want
don't
to give
see
him
that.
Donbass? Have a nice day.
Yeah. There's areas that the Russians have fought. We okayed the Ukrainians to bomb into Russia.
Right.
That was the dumbest thing we could have ever done.
But
How
now,
that didn't escalate the war beyond where it is now, I don't know.
all right, but now let me ask you another question on this. Okay, so everybody's looking for this, and everybody's stalling on this. Does anybody other than me think the fact that the North Korean soldiers are propping up the Russian military, the Iranians are sending the drones over there, that Russia's exploited and exploited their military capabilities? I think they're slowing down because they can't afford to keep doing this, and they don't have the stockpiles
Neither
or the
country
armaments to do
can.
that.
Neither country can.
Right, so it's in his best interest to slow it down.
Both countries' birth rates are so low, they have just killed off a large part of
Generation.
the population that is supposed to
They're
repopulate their countries.
inseminating peoples or whatever it is
Yeah.
they're trying to change it to.
All right, so let's get on a happier note. I rarely do
The
this.
Academy Awards?
We need to
No,
do a
I-
shout out.
I rarely ever do the shout out first, and then I
All
have
right,
to do something.
Dr. Kinsey, we would like to wish you a happy National Dentist Day. We love you and Palencia Dental and all the great work that you guys do. So we just wanted to make sure we shout out Dr. Kinsey and Davey because he reminded us that it's National Dentist Day and we have a very fabulous dentist involved with programs.
Yes,
so
we
we
do.
love you, Dr. Kinsey.
Love you.
She's in Vietnam doing dental work
Dental work?
during a mission.
Yeah.
Doing a mission there.
Good for her.
Yeah.
So it's
Jealous.
basically for her. It's International Dentistry Day.
It is International Dentistry Day.
All
Yeah.
right, I rarely do this. It kills my soul to have to do this because he was completely wrong about the whole Ukrainian conversation we just had. Chip Roy wants to introduce a bill to shut off aid to countries refusing to take their deported citizens back. It's being called the Tony Belvins bill. I couldn't say Troy Blevins.
I only came up with it 12
years ago, he comes up with this idea, and now people are finally getting on board.
Yeah, well, that's usually about how long it takes me to get to my point.
You're a genius. You're an absolute genius. Absolute 100%.
That was one of the few times you agreed with me 12 years ago.
I looked at you and started to argue and went,
Nope, that's good.
that's brilliant. So I was like, that's brilliant. I got to give you brilliancy. So, yeah, I rarely give you credit for stuff like that, Troy Blevins, but that was brilliant. And it's now almost become it's going to become a law. Right now, I can see you.
I'm
like
just a bill
You're just a
sitting
bill
here on
sitting on Capitol Hill. That's exactly what I'm seeing right now, and I love it. All right, we got some trivia coming
Blake,
up.
you know your mission. You now need to superimpose your dad's face on the
Bill.
I'm just a bill video.
Yes.
Please
Can you do
this.
that?
Can you do that for us?
Oh, please
Have
send
you
it
ever
to
seen
us.
do it.
Schoolhouse Rock?
Yes, I have, Dad.
You made me watch it when I was a kid, over and over and over
Conjunction
again.
function, what's your function?
There you go.
There.
Oh my
You have a
gosh.
lovely singing voice, Blake.
Yes, you do. Much nicer than mine.
I love it.
It's
It's a
awesome.
compliment. Why are you mad at me?
Feeling so tense over here.
I don't know why. I'm giving you nothing but love.
All right.
Angry.
That's right. Next week, I'm going to come sit next to you.
You're a nice teddy bear, Lenny.
Thank you.
Next time, tell your Democrats to stand up for the cancer kid.
I stood up for him. I stood up for him. Okay.
That was my
I stood up.
breaking point right there.
Oh,
I was with you. I was like, man, this guy is a jerk. And then
You
all of
know-
a sudden they did that, and I was like,
He
By the
was
way,
much
that's a
nicer when he had the beard.
that side
He was
over.
much nicer when he had the beard.
walking
He's-
over there.
By the way, that cancer kid's got everything on Trump because apparently as he's wandering around the halls of the White House, he ran into Elon Musk and he said, when we get back to Houston, can you send me a Cybertruck? And Elon said yes.
Yeah.
We'll see if it happens. But
Oh,
the
man,
kid's not,
I hope he does.
He can't reach the pedals.
I hope
but,
it does.
You know?
That's awesome. I hope he gets a
All
Cybertruck.
right. So one of the lines of the speech was that Democrats wanted a big border bill. There was not a big border bill. They all blamed Trump for killing it. Trump said we didn't need a bill. We just needed a new president. So along those lines, our first question of the day.
And I would have said,
Well,
last
yes, we
month-
need a new president.
Last month, how many apprehensions were there at the southwest border reported by U.S. Customs and Border Protection?
Last month.
Last month.
3,800.
3,800 by Amanda. Troy,
I think it's 21,000.
Lenny,
5,000.
Blake.
5,001.
You know, I knew a liberal was going to get this. I just didn't think it would be Lenny or Blake would be so close. 8,326.
I superimposed the numbers. Dadgummit.
You had it. You were there. You were right
I'm
there.
dyslexic. Dang it.
Wait a second, that's our gig.
That's down. That's down from 189, almost 190,000 in 2024, 156,000 in 2023, and 168,000 in 2022. Remarkable. It's the lowest it's been in 50 years. Tom Holman, who is our,
Well, someone told him there was going to be a tariff if they got caught.
Right.
there's a bill about that. Did you know that? Did we talk about that? All right. Next question. We were talking about tariffs earlier. So, Troy Blevins, what
you
is
give
the
a point?
Canadian? I gave Blake a point.
All right.
What is
Thank
the
you.
Canadian tariff on U.S. milk? What percentage is it?
238%.
238%. All right. Lenny,
I'll go 200% because he seems to know what he's talking about.
Blake. I'm
I
covering the answers up.
I prefer milk over milk, so I'll do 150%.
150. Amanda.
I'm saying 238 because he sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, that you are learning how to play this game. It's an incredibly smart move. It's actually
specific.
270%.
Weak.
270%. Lenny,
Hello.
what is the tariff on U.S. butter going into Canada?
I'll do 250%. It's, they churn it and you got,
Consistency.
Yep.
Yeah.
Blake?
a little bit rash, but
Well, U.S. butter causes rash if you put it in other places it probably shouldn't be.
Okay, how you know that is
we're gonna
awkward.
have to unpack that
Whoa,
another day. Oh,
yeah.
my goodness.
OnlyFans cell phone.
Can we edit that, please?
I'm a little
Please,
scared
can we
now.
edit
Do we
that?
want to clip that out and just put
No,
that on reel?
no.
Hey.
I shaved. You can see me blush now.
Supported by the American Dairy Association,
Blake
Blake Blevins.
Blevins.
All right, Blake.
Butter has many uses.
No more color commentary. Just give a number.
Just a number. What do you got?
160%.
160. Amanda? You got 250 from Lenny.
I'll
160.
say 169.
169.
I'm gonna go 249.
249. The actual percentage is 298% tariff
Lenny,
on
once
U.S.
again.
butter. Lenny got that one.
I thought you went the other side.
You're
And
right
just,
there.
that just seems so absurd.
Yes.
I
All right.
almost said 269.
I'm going to help you guys. You got to think about this in the context of how we answer questions. What's the tariff on sausage? U.S. sausage. What's the tariff on U.S. sausage? If all of you don't get this right, including everybody in the audience, I don't know what to do with you. Blake?
You ruin it when you give it away like that.
It's something 69. I'm gonna say 269.
269 from Blake. Amanda?
69.
69.
I'll go 68.
69.9, which means Lenny is out of the running.
Damn it.
Here's again.
I should have gone 70.
Here's
I I gave you the answer.
Democrats can't see what's right in front of them.
I just try to keep
I
them.
gave you guys the answer. Oh my gosh,
I thought it was going to be 200 something. Then it was going to be 69.
Just gonna say 69.
I watched the show and they're rattling off all the numbers. It's like milk, cheese, butter, chicken, and it's all 200 and some percent.
They say
sausage.
69.
69.9. Isn't that weird? And I'm like, oh, that's going on the show. So that is 100%
That
going on
has
the
to be
show.
in there.
I just like coming back from behind. Don't you worry.
Yeah, we know.
Whoa,
That's
whoa,
what
we were
we're-
just talking about sausage.
And we told Blake no butter. Can you just stop this while we're ahead?
We're getting greasy over here, aren't we?
No, he's so greasy.
I think my forehead just got really red.
All right, Amanda.
Ladder yourself up.
How much money did the mayor of Denver spend preparing for the hearing yesterday on illegal immigrants and dealing with ICE? The government spent money to prep him. The city of Denver, how much money did they spend getting him ready for the congressional hearing?
$6.9 million.
$6.9 million.
Oi.
I'm sure it is.
I'm gonna go. Does it include the flight?
Yes, it includes the flight and meals and per diem.
Oh, in that case, I'm gonna go 1.69 million.
Lenny?
I'm going to try to be rational and reasonable and say
This is Denver.
$500,000. He spent $1 million prepping somebody and fly Southwest for crying out loud.
Say and 69 cents.
And 69 cents.
Okay, got it. All right, Blake?
I wait, hold on. So
I don't want you to be lonely.
Okay. I'm very happy with myself. I am.
$210,169.69.
Okay, so Blake and Lenny don't even get close to what the Boston mayor spent. She spent $650,000 getting ready for the hearing. But the Denver mayor took the cake. $2 million to get ready for the hearing.
Try got it.
Do what?
$2 million.
It's Denver.
Okay. Now that actually that needs a doge right there.
Okay, there it is.
Now suddenly you
$12, Lenny?
At least Michelle. Look, I can't do math. I don't think they can do math, so we're all on an even keel.
All right.
You know, at
And
least
you're a Democratic politician. That's why we need Doge.
trust me, I tried to raise taxes 21% to balance the budget. Nobody wanted to go.
Shocker.
You wanted to have
You know how big in debt we were at the time?
you wanted
Believe
half
me.
cent sales tax, Lenny.
Sorry?
You wanted half cent sales tax.
If
So
it's for education, always.
this is a great trivia question. I'll give it to you afterwards. What is if you're typing the way you're supposed to type with your hands on the right keys, what is the longest word you can spell with just your left hand?
Oh, crap.
What is the longest word you can spell with just your left hand?
Sequoia.
Okay. Lenny?
Sequester.
Sequestration is probably right in there, but no, I'm just kidding. Blake?
Bananas.
Bananas. Amanda?
I'm going to say assembly.
Assembly. Stewardesses. Stewardesses. I'm so shocked that you missed it.
People usually use their right hand for stewardess.
Stewardesses.
And just for the record, they're flight attendants.
Wait a minute.
That's not how
Oh
you spell it,
no.
though.
So
Because the F's on the other side of the board.
It's over here.
what is the longest word you can spell with just your right hand?
Oh. Right hand?
Yep.
Who's going first?
I don't know the keyboard that
Okay,
well.
I think it's Lenny
Blake?
goes first.
Lenny goes first.
Oh,
That might
joy.
give me some time.
I can't spell when I'm looking at the keyboard. This is just not a fair
Well,
question.
first
for
of all,
me.
I didn't know you had to keep your hands in one spot, right? I mean,
Well, the way you do it, yeah, you're
my
supposed
finger
to.
goes everywhere, right?
I'm
actually,
Christopher Columbus. Actually, I type with these four. I
Yeah.
don't use these is that.
I actually took typing class in high school,
Yeah.
so I actually it's pretty good.
There, so it's an O.
Any word will do.
Concert.
Concert.
Onomatopoeia.
I don't like that one.
That's
No.
that actually might get a point just for
It's an A.
originality. Yeah.
I'm going to say link.
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 Oh man, the
Wait,
E's on
wait,
the other
wait.
side. Damn
I'm
it.
gonna
Yes.
I'm gonna go with flight.
Lollipop.
Lollipop.
Lollipop is the longest word you can type with
I
just your right
started
hand.
with an L.
Here, trivia man.
Hey,
Those might be useful one day.
Yeah. Well, I can't use it now because Lenny's in the room.
Right.
I have to do it when his team's not there.
Okay.
Can I just see that?
We can type everything on the right hand. See? See?
I'm afraid of what you can do with one hand on it.
Butter boy.
Why the butter's so high?
Butter boy.
You can use that when I'm a dinosaur.
All right. Blake
Blake's
Blevins,
first.
what picture did Donald Trump put outside the Oval Office?
Nolan Ryan. Oh, you said picture.
What picture? It is a picture of a person.
I thought
but
you said picture.
What picture is outside the Oval Office?
I think it has something to do with Fulton County and the jail logs. I believe it's his mugshot.
Mugshot?
That's the funniest answer. I'm going mugshot.
I gotta stick with it because I don't have anything else that's better than that.
And that is the correct answer, his mugshot.
So whenever Blake gives you a reason why that doesn't involve butter, he knows the answer.
Or lakes.
Or lakes.
Or lakes.
Or syphilis.
Oh, God.
We were getting through this.
Oh, my goodness. Tries to bail you out.
I
but
bring
no.
it up and he says, that's not funny, don't bring that up. He brings it up all the time.
That's a great
It
call.
kills. Get it?
Hey. The Moy show's not on. We had to get a laughs quota in the studio somehow.
Absolutely.
All right.
It's Amanda.
So, Amanda, what is the average age for President Trump's Chief of Staff, Attorney General, Secretaries of State, Treasury, and Defense? What is the average age, if you add all them up, for those cabinet
I can't
positions?
answer 69 because they're younger than that.
Yeah.
I'll say 53.69.
Okay. Working it in.
That's what he said.
I'm gonna go 49.
49.69.
49.69.
He's so thoughtful.
Lenny?
What were the other two after Secretary of State, Attorney General, and Chief of Staff?
Yeah, Chief of Staff. Hang on. Chief of Staff, Attorney General, Secretaries of State, Treasury, and Defense.
Oh, well, the defense is just out of grade school. I'll go, because he's bringing the age down, so I'll go 49.
Okay.
Do we count all 17 cabinet members?
No, just those. Just the ones I read off.
Yeah,
Just those.
Bundy's not over.
All right.
I don't think he's much over 40.
All right.
Marco's early 50s.
Yeah, early 50s.
Susie Wild's got to be mid-50s.
I'm gonna say 52.
52.
Oh, I'm wedged.
Amanda to tie. Troy Blevins. The actual answer is 54.1. 54.1. Now, that is the second youngest. It's the youngest in quite a while, but it's the second youngest. So, which president had the lowest average, Troy Blevins, of 51.5 for those same position holders? 51.5.
Name them again, because some of them didn't have these cabinets. So
No, they did. They had Chief of Staff, Attorney General, Secretaries of State, Treasury, and Defense. It doesn't go way back towards Secretary of War. Don't go that far back.
well, that's where I was at.
Don't
So
go that far. I knew you were when you said that. Don't go that far back.
That's where I was at.
We don't need Washington's cabinet. I don't think it had Chief of Staff.
Yeah, that's why I asked the question the way I did. Because I was going to go to Washington because the average age of dying was like 37.
Wasn't that long ago. It's been within 100 years, so it wasn't that long.
I'll give it to Kennedy.
You got Kennedy.
Now, my question is, how are you figuring this if they had multiple secretaries of defense?
The very first one when they first got in.
I'll go Obama.
Obama, the old man. Blake's doing math over there, writing down names of people he doesn't know and is assuming that they were cabinet members.
Hey, I'm writing down presidents. Damn it.
Give me one.
Let's go.
Franklin.
You missed the whole stack.
Truman.
All right. Amanda.
I'm going to go Carter.
Carter. The actual answer was Bush 50 years ago.
Wait, which one?
It says
Bobby.
Bush's. It doesn't matter. Nobody got it. So
No, but that's important as
We
well.
still want to know the answer.
it says Bush's came in the youngest and nearly 50 years ago. So 50 years ago would have been
HW.
H.W. Bush.
Mhm.
So H.W. Bush. So same course, 51.5.
I didn't
that
go
would've
with
been-
Kennedy because Kennedy was young himself, so I figured he was overcompensating with
Yeah,
older.
but I knew he had Bobby and he had some other people that were close to his age. So
Yeah.
So
and he was
Who's his chief of staff?
41.
Pete Hegseth is 44. Donald Rumsfeld, believe it or not, when he was in the first HWs, he was only 43.
Wow.
Pam Bondi is 59, so she's
Really?
our age.
Yeah.
She's that old?
Yeah, she's almost 60.
Marco is
I'm not
50.
I'm not allowed to say that.
I
She's
almost-
older than me, and she looks way better.
I'm telling you, yeah, right.
I almost said that, but I didn't want to give it to you.
Marco's 53, and Bergman, Treasury, is 62.
Right. He's
With
He's
those
the old
eyebrows,
man.
How old is
he's
Susie
definitely
Wiles?
60.
Susie Wiles is
55-ish?
I didn't see her in there, but yeah, she's. I didn't see Wiles listed. So yes.
Okay.
All right. I think she's probably one of. I think she and Bergman are probably roughly the same thing. Yep. Okay. Who's up next?
Blake?
I think
Lenny
Lenny
gave
goes
the first
first.
answer.
I think I gave the first one on that one.
You
On that
did.
one?
You
Okay.
did.
Okay.
All right. So Lenny's up first. In the first month in office, Donald Trump.
Wait, you gave the first one on that one because I said 49.
Yeah, I said 53.
Yeah, you
I
said
said
53. So it's
54.
me.
It's you.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So Donald Trump answered 1,009 questions from the press in his first month in office. How many questions did Joe Biden answer from the press in his first month in office?
In his head or actually out loud?
Actually, out loud, yes.
Because I'm sure he had a
This
lot
is-
of questions going
This
back
is
and
not
forth.
hyperbole.
Is it
I'm
It's
sure
actually?
he
not
is.
malarkey. It's an actual answer.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
no.
Swear to God. Check me.
the woodshed. I'm going to say 1009 was Trump.
Yep.
I'm going to say 2040. Or I'm sorry, 244, not 2044.
244.
244.
Gotcha. Lenny?
1,500.
1,500 from Lenny, topping Donald Trump
Lenny,
by one
Lenny,
third.
That was his wife
Lenny,
going, Joe, where's your shoes?
Lenny, you have three. You have two true Republicans, one half and half, and Arnold Palmer over here. Do you really think Trump's? Do you think
His
Biden's
number's
going to be
gonna be
higher?
higher.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
When he's throwing this game, he's won too many lately.
I'm trying to boo you all up.
I think it's
Wait, did we check his bets recently?
yeah. He's a big fan of Shoeless
guys-
Joe Jackson.
Do you
69.
Guys, 69. Do you guys do like weed or something before the show on Bollock? I'm just asking because
No,
Lenny's
because
answer.
if I do weed, I fall asleep.
Okay.
I'm a weed narcoleptic.
All right, Amanda, what answer you got? 244, 1,569.
You took my answer.
I'm sorry.
I'll say 69 too.
Yay.
69.2.
Gosh, target.
69 as well.
69.
He's doing
69 is closer. I'm having to do math in my head because Troy was 100 away. You guys are only 70 away. 141 questions.
And in what context did Trump do 1,000+ questions to reporters?
If a
in his first
journalist
month?
asked a question, he returned it back and gave them an answer. So that's sitting
Face
at
to
the
face?
desk. Yes.
Okay, is that counting?
In
That's a
Oval-
terrible question as an answer because he gives that one a lot.
It's
Yes.
still an
What-
answer.
It's still an answer.
It's still an
It's
answer,
not really
but
an answer.
It's
That's a
still an
response.
answer.
It's not an answer.
count as a response.
Amanda for the lead. Blake coming from behind. So yes.
Whoa.
With the butter.
With
Oh, God.
I knew that was coming. in there. Okay.
Oh boy.
You asked for it.
This is not helping. Not helping, Blake.
You're
Not
not
helping
helping
your
yourself either.
Not helping, Blake. Not
Like from
helping.
behind with the butter, I knew that was coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
Don't play hot.
Wow.
You're the one who said it.
Okay, defense budget. Lenny,
You are in defense.
Lenny, which country spends the most money on their defense budget based in 2024 dollars? Which country in the world?
I'll go China.
China.
I just have to go with strategery and say China.
All right. What time is it?
It's 2 minutes to go.
Okay, I think it is China. I got to stick with China and hope for the next one I can nail it because I really think it is China.
You're down one. You should have gone the other way.
U.S.
It's the United States. China's second.
That's what I thought the answer was. but-
China is second, spending
Should have second-guessed myself.
$235 billion a year for defense. Blake, how much does America spend on their defense?
China pays what? Sorry.
$235 billion for China. What is the U.S. as the number one spender on the defense budget spend?
$770 billion.
770. Okay.
So I'll go 769.
Ooh, Troy Blevins, you got a decision to make.
He's so upset.
Man, you got a decision to make. Where are you going?
I'm going to have to go lower because Lenny is behind me here.
Mm-hmm.
Every step of the way. I got your back. I got your back, buddy.
Yeah. Wow, this show's really turned.
This show's turned dark fast.
I'm going to go 521.
521. Lenny?
380.
380. So all of those are a lot of money if you're spending on defense, but the actual answer is $968 billion.
Blake got
Almost 4 times.
You should doge right into that. And get us some
Oh,
of that
I'm
back.
telling you, I'm waiting
That's
for
right
that.
there.
Yes.
I think he's there.
I'm so waiting for that.
Because I don't know if you noticed, but
What did Troy say?
the guys in the uniforms
Blake
weren't
say?
too happy during that.
No.
I went down.
Yeah, Blake got that. All right, it's right at 6 o'clock. So Amanda wins.
Oh, I thought Blake
Amanda
caught her.
wins.
Nope.
Nope, Amanda won.
I
so
thought he was
she's-
coming from behind.
It didn't work.
Shut down.
Okay.
Denied!
Butter's too expensive.
In Canada.
Especially in Canada.
Premature celebration.
It happens to a lot of guys.
Doesn't make him a bad person.
Sorry that I led us down this path today. All of you that tuned in for a show that was done. Barbara Jean should be laughing hysterically. Barbara Jean should be
Hi,
really
Barbara
happy.
Jean.
All right, and those of you that answered online, my phone froze about halfway through, so I have no idea of what you answered. Somebody online might have won, and I apologize. All right, so what's on Bollox tonight?
We're talking about different people and how they've influenced foods around the world.
And Lenny, will you hold up all the letters from your grandfather that you are going through before the show?
That's his notes.
This is Bollox for the
No,
last
turn
year
it
and a
around.
half.
Turn it around.
Turn around. Look at
I
the
mean,
scrap.
literally, it looks like letters from. I thought
Okay.
Lenny got letters from home.
Lenny's notes, my notes. Side by side.
This is the last year. Okay.
Wait a minute. Also, do you have writing on yours? Is that actual or is that just?
No, I just wrote the A because my printer doesn't do uppercase A's.
Okay. All right. You type those notes?
No, my
He
printer.
copies and
My
pastes.
printer
Yeah,
on my
okay.
computer doesn't pick uppercase A's for some reason. I don't know.
Stop a hey.
China.
China. China.
The previous administration took it out of the
Yeah.
keyboard.
Does anybody think that next week politically will be less entertaining than this week?
Probably not.
Probably
not.
No,
I
hold
don't
on.
care. I'm on an island.
July 4th, 2026 is going to be crazy.
2026, yeah.
Yes.
That'll be
100%. We're
The end of Doge, theoretically.
No, the
250th anniversary of the country.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cid, you weren't around for the 200th. Let
me
us tell you what that was
you
like.
are.
Big military parade to Washington.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll be a huge big military parade through
Right,
Washington, D.C.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. I've already told our guys at 80 Davis, I said, we'll have a lot of red, white, and blue gear that year. Just tell you, get ready to order it in November because it's all coming out right there next year. So, yes. All right, you guys have a great weekend. There's no morning show tomorrow. There's no afternoon show tomorrow.
There's a best of.
There's a best of,
Yep.
which if it's the best of, it's the best of. I hear everyone says it's the best
The
of.
best.
It's the best of the best. Tune in tomorrow. We'll see you guys
Response.
next week.
Bye.